Hey, how's it going? And then there's also a map on there. The Missing 411 map. And that's the last book. But it's been a long journey trying to get these books, man. Where's the first place you go to? You go to Amazon. Like, I want all the Missing 411 books by David Paulides. Doesn't matter. Even if I said it right, somebody's gonna argue with me. But anyway, you go there, and you're seeing prices that are like exorbitant. Can you say exorbitant? Like $150 to $200 for a paperback? But the red flag I should have noticed right away was that all these books were the used ones. I couldn't find a new one. I was like, I don't know why the asking price is so astronomical. Let me just buy a used one for whatever reason, because there's no way the publisher is going to ask for $200 for a book. I mean, that they would sell none. And there was no Kindle version either. I was like, well, I'll just buy the Kindle version. There's no Kindle version. I was like, how do I read these books, man? And so that was like a year and a half ago. I've been fiending to get these books and read them. Missing 411 by David P. Diddy. Okay, and it's basically just about missing people that go missing. It's about missing people that go missing in the national forests. And there's obviously high strangeness involved, which is what I love, the creepiness. There's also a strong connotation of maybe hairy humanoids, Bigfoots, dogmen, something weird is going on out there. These aren't just normal disappearances. And you love David, you trust his opinion more because he was a cop, I believe, or a private investigator, something that would, he's, this is good stuff. Thorough research. These books, I've just thumbed through them and they look awesome. But the point of this video is, how do you get it? How do you get these books at a reasonable price? Something so simple. I never thought about going to his website. Yeah, going to his website and buying it directly, because I was so Amazon. So yeah, I know this kind of makes me sound stupid, but I only have so much time to, look into a thing before I'm thinking about the next thing. You know what I mean? But anyway, I found this out by watching this great speech that David gave at a MUFON conference in somewhere out in California. And I'll play some of that because there's two people that speak at this specific conference that are just so funny. I love them. I'll just leave the clips at the end. It's like, what? And David's just like, what did you say? That's crazy even for what I look into. But anyway, here it is. The big thing. You just go to his website and buy these books if you want them. It's nabigfootsearch.com/bigfootstore.html. And they're all there. They're expensive paperbacks, but they're also kind of big. And also, I just he deserves the money. I mean, this is clearly a lot of research and very helpful. There's nothing out there that covers this topic about missing people, but specifically missing people that disappeared under let's face it, paranormal weird situations. There's also, you can buy the hardback editions for $200, all of them. I guess it's just a package deal. I don't know. It doesn't look like you can buy them separately. But yeah, go and support them and get these books and read them, and don't go to Amazon and fund these hucksters that are trying to exploit the confusion about the book. Who asked for that? What dickheads that are just gonna, I read the book, now I'm gonna sell it for $300 because maybe somebody doesn't think to go to David's website. But yeah, this is germane to the topic of the book that I'm planning to write, which is the Bigfoot UFO connection. Not necessarily missing people, but the Bigfoot UFO connection. I don't know how much I will glean from these books, but I wanted to read them anyway. And there's high strangeness involved with Bigfoot, so I'm sure I'll find some stuff worth mentioning. So that's the end of that. That's what I'm going to title this video, because that's the meat of it, like where to go. Even though it's obvious, but it wasn't obvious to me because I'm so Amazon, I'm brainwashed, So I'll link to the David Paulides, that bookstore, and also this David Paulides speech he gave at MUFON, which is really good. I highly recommend checking that out. And then I also bought this, which is very germane to my topic, Silent Invasion, the Pennsylvania UFO Bigfoot Casebook by Stan Gordon. And obviously this is the first book that I've heard of that's like just talks at length about the whole idea that Bigfoot might just very well be a Chewbacca. So yeah, that's what I'm interested in. So that's gonna be very cool to read. Been wanting to read that for a while. But I was bummed out when I flip to the back and like the printing kind of sucks. Like there's a lot of pictures in here, which is cool, but you can tell I don't know if the ink was running out in the printer press or whatever, because I am missing an entire paragraph at the very end. So I mean, if this was a fiction book, I'd just be like, I gotta send it back, because obviously I need to know what happened at the end of a fiction book. But this is just like casebook research, so his closing statements aren't totally important to actually using this book as a reference. But I emailed him because there's his emails in the front, so I was like, well, maybe I'll just ask, is there any way you can just tell me how you like, I don't know, bring up your Word file and send me the very end page so I can like handwrite it in or something. I probably won't get a response back, but that's cool. Whatever. I'll still use it. I'm not going to waste my time sending it back. Then I got Sky People, another book I've been wanting to read for a while, by Artie Sixkiller Clark. She was a guest on Mysterious Universe, and that's when I heard about that and wanted to check that book out. And it's basically about natives in middle America, and I think some of it's also America, North America, whatever, Mesoamerica. But so I've been wanting to read this. There's also because there's a lot of Indian legend about Chewbacca's exiting spacecraft and stuff, and hopefully there's a lot of that in here. But she told a story. I'm going to end on this because it's a good one to end on. In that interview with the Mysterious Universe guys, she's talking about this case that happened right on the road that I used to have a route on in Montana, going from Billings. Well, Billings Hardin, then you go down Highway 212, which is the Custer's Last Stand battleground area. Don't know if you're familiar with the place, but this guy is with his wife, right? If you know the area, it's very isolated, as much of eastern Montana is. There's nothing going on out there. But anyway, they come across this craft that's forgive me, I'm very paraphrasing from fuzzy memory of this, but they stop because they see this craft and this humanoid thing messing with a cow or something. They think it's a person, cattle rustling or whatever. But anyway, he gets out of the truck and he grabs his gun out of the glove compartment because obviously he thinks something nefarious is going on, and so he approaches the humanoid, and that's when he realizes, oh, this is not a person. And he points his gun, and the humanoid points his finger gun maybe, or something he has in his hand. But anyway, the gun heats up and he drops it, and they get out of there. And they go back, and I think they find some trace evidence, and they find his gun missing, or maybe he didn't drop it. It's immaterial, but that was a good story. Plus, it's right along. I always thought about it when I was on my route. So I hope this video helped you if you were needing to pick up the missing 411 books. And yeah, don't help the dickheads on Amazon sell exorbitantly priced used copies. All right. Goodbye.
I'd like to say one thing. Don't you think there's any connection between werewolves and UFOs? Because Bigfoot seems to be a little bit just too alien to be of this earth. It seems like they would have their origins in UFOs and werewolves that come from off-world somewhere and stuff. You know, because I read an article about about a strong UFO Bigfoot connection.
So I don't even like to call myself a Bigfoot expert. Werewolf expert? I can't even claim to know much about that.
No, but I mean UFOs, someone bringing these Bigfoot creatures down and releasing them into our forest, more or less to spy on the ecosystem and indigenous peoples and all peoples and stuff. That's what I've been led to believe about Bigfoot creatures.
So I'm one of these unique guys. I'm not going to say no, that can't happen, because there's actually a book written about Pennsylvania Bigfoot and UFOs and their connection. So I'm going to say it's possible, but I'm not going to say no, it's not. Yes, sir. Sir.
The reason why no one has found a Bigfoot body or recent evidence of one having died is they do not live in our space-time. They are prehistoric, like the Neanderthal man. When someone sees a Bigfoot, they're going through a portal like a time warp. So they're not actually in our time anymore, they're in their time. So the only Bigfoot bodies that anyone has claimed to have found have been hoaxes. And the same thing with the people that disappear. They're going through interdimensional portals. It may be one way, or may be a round trip, but they can come back in a different space-time.
Okay, thanks.
Just like when Steve Fawcett disappeared, the balloonist.
Yeah.
They couldn't find him anywhere. They had no idea what happened to his plane. And then, I think it was after the winter season was over, they claimed they found some bones. But I think that was just a cover story. And they never found Steve Fawcett either.
Okay. Sir, in the back.
Yeah, not too long ago, someone said, I guess it was a makeup artist, costume guy, claimed that he made the Bigfoot costume for the Peterson.
Absolutely baloney. Absolute fabrication. John Green, who's one of the most